It's so important. I think one of the more challenging tools to use is the substitution.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to figure out which is going to be the most powerful one. The one that just really pushes the buttons. And for you, I think it's going to be the mom. And then you look at Donna. Is there anything about Donna that physically reminds you of your mother?
Oh yeah.
Okay, pick just one thing.
Yeah.
Maybe her hair.
No.
Eyes.
It's just that she's just always like not willing to validate me.
Okay, and that's written in the character.
Barrier.
Okay, but what I'm going at is something physical about your actual scene partner that you can go to that's going to remind you of your mother. Does she look like her at all?
Yeah, I mean,
Pick one thing. I'm going to give you an example, and I haven't shared this with this class in a long time. But it was the moment where I realized the power of the substitution. And it was when I was studying in LA with Roy London. I was doing a scene with a person, and she was supposed to make me angry. And my coach, he said, okay, who are you using? I didn't really have anyone in place. And he goes, he said, how about, has anyone ever tried to take anything away from you? He goes, how about your son? Did anyone ever try to take your son away from you? And I don't know, he was like a wizard. How did he know this? Because I had a very ugly divorce, very expensive divorce, very ugly custody battle. So I was thinking about my ex-husband. So my ex-husband looked like, he looked like Pat Riley, the coach, the basketball coach. He was real tall and dark and hair slicked back. And I looked at my scene partner, who was a woman who was tall, blonde, and I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, oh yeah, how am I going to make this work? She looks nothing like my ex-husband, And then I glanced down at her feet. She had on black lizard boots.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, you're going to die. Because guess what the ex always wore? Black lizard boots. And when I saw those boots, something in me clicked. And
I think it's her hair.
Then just go to the hair. Figure out what you can find physically. Now, on occasion, it is just impossible. There's just absolutely no physical correlation. You can still use a substitution. It can still be really strong. You just have to marinate on it a little bit longer. Have pictures of the person close by. Maybe you have a piece of a handkerchief that has their perfume on it, because scent is a really powerful thing. It takes us back into, it's the longest memory we have. And so you can use something that's going to stimulate your sense of smell. But there's something, bring in, if you had like items, you could go raid your mother's closet.
Yeah.
But if you had something that that belonged to her and you put it in the scene, that would certainly help to go there, because then you really feel like you're actually having this conversation with that person. And because I think if I had one note for you, Heidi, is that I think you can go deeper emotionally in terms of the buttons that Hannah pushes.
Yeah, and I think realistically and honestly, I don't want to go there.
Well, sure, who does? That feels horrible.
It's kind of still like a
we get out of bed trying to overcome these childhood traumas. It's amazing. Any of us survive it, and then you come into acting class, it's like, okay, let's jump in that river again. It's a little bit masochistic, isn't it? I know.
It is. It's first thing in the morning, too.
What? First thing? I applaud you for that. The things that you have to do so early in the day. So and really, it doesn't feel good to be that child again who's getting basically the emotional shit kicked out of them. But that's what this theme needs. And then you're going to try harder to get her validation, right?